Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a pay request for Nate. First off, I apologize for the lateness to you and everybody else. Just January's been got a lot of requests, plus power outages and personal stuff with my uncle. Anyway, I know there's no excuse. I do apologize for that. Thank you guys for your patience. I really do appreciate it. I am sorry. I'm going to try to do better with that. Thank you, though, for anyone that wants to request any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, thought streams, commentaries, whatever the case may be. PayPal is usually the best way to do it. Do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box. I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. So thank you for that. This is for Uninvited, which some say 1987, some say 1988. I'm just going to put 1988 for the sake of argument. And it's a very unassuming title. I mean, there's a lot of films called Uninvited. I mean, there was one a decade ago or so, or more maybe, where it was like a ghost or middle of nowhere. And then I went, oh, this is the cat one. Because I've heard of this film. I've heard of this film for a while. And I guess it's nice to finally see it after hearing about it for so long. This is the Killer Cat movie. This is a bad movie. It was kind of fun to watch. I would never watch it again, but it's pretty bad. So it's directed by Greydon Clark. I know that name sounds familiar. He directed Without Warning, the film from 1980. That was Predator before Predator, because Tim Peter Hall played an alien that hunted people for sport. Only you had Jack Palance and Martin Landau in the cast. David Caruso in a small role. Predator is much, much better, but, Without Warning, it was what it was, This film could be what drugs were they on when they greenlit this shit. In fact, maybe I'll put that in the title. What drugs were they on, or how was this greenlit? Because I kind of sit there and go, okay, whoever wrote the film, how the hell you came up with this idea? And then to take it to a studio, or whoever bought this and said, okay, I got a project for you. It's about, genetic experiment gone awry. That's the haps. A lot of movies about that. Genetic experiment that fucked up. But see, it's about a cat. And they inject some stuff. And then this little mutant cat comes out of the mouth of the other cat. And we don't know how we'll do it. It'll be a really shitty puppet that barely moves and looks like a swamp sewer rat, flying squirrel, ham puppet that you wiped your ass with on a homeless bum. And we're going to take it on a yacht, because I guess why not a yacht? And that's the plot of the movie. Oh, and if it bites you, you get infected with poison, and then we can't just have the thing kill people, so we gotta have something else. So when it infects you, you could, either your veins will pop out, or you'll have almost like a chest burster, but not quite, and other shit happens. We need some bladder effects. We need the bladder effects with the bubbles popping out of your necks and shit. I did. For the writer and the makers and whoever greenlit it and whoever accepted it with the studio, what drugs were you on so I know not to take them? I don't want to take those drugs. Why was this greenlit? How was this greenlit? Were people really out of ideas? Okay, we had Cujo, a killer dog, or killer cat. Well, it can't just be a cat. Okay. So, I mean, it may be more fun than Strays, because at least this has, mutant goofy shit in it. Although Strays is better acted, because you got Kathleen Quinlan and such. But this... So at the end, it's... Okay, the end of the film. It starts with, yeah, Cat escapes after some experimentation. At least they're nice to the cat, so you don't see, it being injected with stuff actually, because you never know with some of these films. And you can tell that they overdub the cat noises. Does that meow, 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 meow? They overdub that. It gets loose. aka casually walks away. And then this little puppet will come out of the mouth, and at first I'm like, how's it killing people? Because you just see it come out, then it cuts away and there's blood. You see a little bit later where it just kind of grabs and bites people, but you don't see it yet. So it escapes to the parking lot, which a few people, scientists and such, go in. Most of them get killed off screen, except kind of one guy. You kind of see get killed. And then it escapes. Meanwhile, there's this Wall Street millionaire whose name is Walter, which they take offense to that. Is my uncle's name and my middle name. Ain't no Walter. Fuck you, Walt. Fuck you, fake Walter. He's a Wall Street millionaire who has some distinct accent that I can't quite put, but it's like, well, hey there, how's it going? It's not Southern, but it's, well, I'm just here with my millionaire yacht. And, I'm just trying to tell you that I fired all the crew. I don't know what accent he has, but it's unique. He's a millionaire, he has his yacht, but he's also a douchebag, and he's a criminal. His associates are George Kennedy, which he really must have needed the money at this time. I guess they stopped making those airport movies. Naked Gun hadn't really been too much of a thing yet. I mean, I can't remember when the first one came out. And then the others sequels were in the 90s. So I guess he had to get paid somehow. And also Clu Gulager, who was in Return of the Living Dead, and he was the dad in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. And there's like a guy, and they're worried he'll talk, so they drown him and throw his body over. And they're adamant on getting this yacht to get to the Cayman Islands with this briefcase of money. And then they fire the crew, because the guy was smart like that. One of our we have a girl who I just used to own the boat, but she could drive the boat. Or her dad owned the boat. Maybe her dad owned the boat. I think that's what it was. Anyway, she's driving the boat. And then you have this group of, I think it's 5. Yeah, about 5 people. Because I think there's like 3 guys and 2 girls. Yeah, it was 3 guys, 2 girls. Ultimately, they go on this yacht. Then they're told to leave. Then they're like, hey, we could be here and, be your crew. And then we'd also get a free yacht trip. Now, how the cat gets involved is, before that, the cat's just minding his own business. And this guy, being nice, feeds the cat. So then these 2 people, like, randomly beat him up. I guess the cat felt bad for the guy. Or is like, hey, this guy fed me. So he kind of looks at him. Then he runs and jumps on the pickup truck. And then, like, when they're driving, the cat, like, bites them in the neck. And this is where you see just the horrible, mangy puppet that it is. It does look like someone stuck it up their ass without being washed and pulled it out, and stuck it up the homeless ass, and stuck it up your ass, and stuck it up my ass, and stuck it up Scooby-Doo's ass, and his ass, and their ass, and just It looks like a mangy mutt rat fuck of a puppet. It's funny to laugh at, but this might be one of those movies that's funny to laugh at watching clips. I don't know if you need to see the whole film. But it bites uh, the asshole thief trucker whatever neck, and they go off the road and crash. But the cat got out of there, I guess. Now, part of me is like, oh, well, maybe this cat got revenge. Okay, maybe that could be cool in a stupid, fun way that as long as you treat the cat nice, it'll treat you nice. But if you treat it like shit, it's going to get revenge on you or fuck you up. So it's like, oh, maybe this cat's like, hey, this guy gave me food. He was nice to me. And I killed those people before because they were experimenting on me and stabbing me, which I don't blame the cat. That's the case. But oh, you fucked with my friend, I'm gonna kill your ass. You beat him up, stole shit, you died. Time to die, motherfucker. See, if that was the case they went with, that the cat was like, in a weird way to root for or tragic, no. Because most of the people didn't do anything to the cat and still kills them, so nah, they didn't, nah. That's not what they're going for. Could have been interesting if they went that way, but nah. A lot of Casio music in this. A lot of times these low budget films, a lot of Casio music. I guess Casio was just cheaper or something. So somehow it got to where the yacht was and somehow got in a compartment with the lid closed. I don't know how, but it did. So they hear something, they open up. One of the ones, oh, it's a pretty kitty. It's a nice looking kitty. It's an orange cat. Kind of looks like one of my cats, although she's a lot nicer and fluffier. So I'll say that. I didn't bring the cat in for this review because they're sleeping and I want to bother them. Plus, they just be like, fuck this, and want to leave anyway. So I don't want to. They want to go with a hassle. But yeah, she takes the cat on board. And kind of just a lot of like the characters. You have of the group. You have like the of the three guys and two girls. Of course, one guy gets with a girl, the other guy gets with a girl, and they're collateral damage. They're who give a fuck is. The lead, I guess you call him the lead guy. He's also kind of a student scientist guy. Of course he is. He's got to study the blood later. And he becomes friendly with the female captain of the boat. And there's just nothing really to these characters. Not dialogue-wise, not personality-wise. There's just nothing you're going to think of or remember of them. Not really. That would have helped if these characters had some kind of... Like, I keep thinking like Tremors, movies like that, where you get really likable characters, or you get big personalities or something. It's not really the case. You do that with B movies. Night of the Demons, that guy's like, you ain't gonna get me. The smartest guy in movies jumps. He's the black guy, but he lived. He was smart. You ain't gonna get me. Fuck this. Jumps through the window. Get the fuck out of there. Night of the Demons. I love that guy. You ain't gonna get me. If you have that stuff in it, but Greydon Clark, I don't know if he was really the guy to... I don't know, the stuff I've seen, I don't really rate him as a wonderful director. Who wrote this, by the way? Sorry, I know the typing's annoying, but who wrote this shit? Oh, Greydon Clark. And he produced it, so the blame is all on him. So, real quick, like, he did The Bad Bunch from 1973, Black Shampoo. Go watch that trailer. I've seen that trailer. It doesn't look good. Looks laughable. The Return. Oh, Jan Michael Vincent. Wacko. Oh, Final Justice. Holy shit. That's this Mystery Science Theater 3000 talked about movie. Joysticks? I've heard of joysticks. The Forbidden Dance? Oh, that's one like competing Lambada movies. Oh, Dance Macabre. I don't know if I saw that Robert England. It didn't look that good. Yeah, Yeah, doesn't look like he's much of it. I mean, Without Warning, maybe Found Justice in a way. Like, Without Warning is probably the best film I've seen him do so far, and it's not great. So, yeah, he wasn't a great writer director. You know, there you go. So, as these people are partying or told not to party so much and do your jobs, and George Kennedy doesn't like these young people, and you guys need some order. I'm going to tell you jobs to do. Just George Kennedy has to have something to do in this movie. Clu Gulager, he is getting drunk trying to pilot the ship as well. He sees the cat, kind of gets a bottle from the cat, because the cat's right by a bottle, and then spits on the cat. So the cat gets pissed and bites him. That's probably well, it's not the first, but bites him on the neck. He screams, then falls off into the water. The millionaire and his wife, the movie star. No. Him and George Tandy, they see their blood, but it's like, whatever happened. Let's keep it quiet. Because we need to get to the Cayman Islands with this money and get the fuck out of Dodge. One thing leads to another, and the millionaire, even though he's going to the islands, even though he's got to be in the clear, he decides he can't wait long enough. He could probably hire a couple hookers that would suck his dick forever. No, he's like, oh, I'm going to fuck this girl and force her R to the A to the P to the E. And she, of course, don't like that. So one of the guys comes in, tries to fight him. And this whole kerfluffle, George Kennedy gets in there. I think like George Kennedy shoots the guy in the arm that's trying to stop the millionaire. One thing leads to another, the cat hears all the commotion, bites George Kennedy in the Achilles tendon. Like where Gabe hit the guy in Pet Cemetery, like in that area, behind your ankle. Back to your ankle. So you see a bit of chewing in there. And then at times, like, I guess when the mouth comes out, like, sometimes like a huge puppet. Because sometimes it comes out and, like, here's the cat's mouth, and then the puppet's like this. The thing inside is like this big. But now the cat is humongous that the whole mouth is covering the whole ankle. Like the whole thing. And I'm like, the cat's mouth was this. Okay, opened up, I guess, but it's like, whatever the fuck. The cat runs away, but you find out now that it'll poison you because whatever's in its blood, it'll infect you. Now I'm thinking, okay, is it going to turn them into zombies or like infected people that are going to try to kill you, or they're going to explode, or more creatures going to come out? No, some little bladder effects. His skin's pulsing a bit. There's like a bulge coming out of his stomach. Like imagine his stomach, like a bulge coming out, and then it just stops. And George is like, I guess maybe it's like, hey, you can't do the whole chest bursted thing on me. I don't want blood on my face. Just have it pulse a little bit. And it's nothing coming out. It's just, I guess, more like a bladder effect. You barely see anything. It was really lame and cheap. And it's like, that's all? That's it. Pretty shitty. And so what? There's, at this point, 7 people left. The 5 that went on, the female boat driver captain, and then the millionaire without his wife. No movie stars in it. Well, I guess George Kennedy, but he's... And Clu Gulager, they're dead, though, in the movie. Well, sadly in real life, but they're dead in the movie, too. One guy's arm fell asleep, so he's make down with the guy, with a... Well, if it was a guy, the different movie. Girl turns, and it's biting on his arm that fell asleep. So now he's infected. So he freaks out. He's like, I've been poisoned, I've been poisoned. And then the girl's trying to calm him down. And they both fall off the fucking boat. So they both drown, including the other girl. So now we have 5 left. The one guy gets pissed off, fouls the cat, shoots, steam blasts him, and he falls to the ground and his face is all bloody from steam. Some makeup effects on his face. So another one bites the dust. There's 4 left. The woman that brought the cat on, like, she's going crazy because she think people blame her. But there's like, no, it's your fault, it's your fault. Then they tell her the food has been poisoned. Because the cat, blah, 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 don't eat the food because the cat's been messing with it. You can't ingest it or you'll get poisoned and you'll pulse and stuff. But no. She's stupid and she's like, you guys are just hiding the food. I guess the idea she just lost her mind. She doesn't know common sense anymore. So she eats the food, but then you have a little bladder effects. There's a bubble that pops out. I thought that was going to explode. It doesn't. Like, you see a little pulsing of the veins here. You see, I did a big bubble, like right here. That cuts to the cat, and then you just see blood. Ugh. So I don't know if that exploded and they cut that out, or it bubbled up, but then they didn't want to do the explode. I don't know. That would have at least brought a bit of visceralness to it. And I guess it's like, well, we can't have the cat kill everyone, so we gotta have different types of deaths, so that's the way to do it. And then there were 3. There's a storm going on. They gotta get the hell out of Dodge. They're gonna get on this boat. But the millionaire wants his briefcase of money, so he goes for it. The cat bites him on the neck. They roll around in the water. And he's dead. Kind of a lame ending to that character who's the shits. The last 2 get into a lifeboat in the storm. The puppet tries to attack the guy like twice. I do like the idea. They're ready to pull the suitcase. And she's like, wait. And she dumps the money into like a bag. I do like that just because, hey, it's still a shitload of money. I mean, we may, might die, but it's still a shitload of money. Throws the suitcase. The puppet is on top of the suitcase, drifted away. They escape. They're fine with their money. And then it cuts to, I guess the cat landed on some beach. A little kid picks it up and freeze frame with just a... You sit there, and again, you're like, what ideas could we spend money on for a movie? That, I mean, it says here it went direct to video. 87, 88. I guess that's for the better if that's the case, but I didn't sit there and go, what did they think they were going to accomplish with this? Okay, it's a cat. Like, you sometimes just wonder and go, what was the thought process? How did this get made? Why? Sometimes it's just confusing. I mean, the movie on itself, George Kennedy looks bored, like he don't want to be there. Clu Gulager, he's not in it enough, Like he's trying to have fun, like talking like got butt teeth and stuff, but he doesn't have a whole lot to do. And on the yacht, he's the first to die. The millionaire guy, he has a, I can't place his accent, but the other people running the mill, in one ear out the other. You're not gonna remember a damn thing about them. The music, if you love Casio music, the it's one of those films that it's better. Well, not better, but it's you just see a couple clips on YouTube and you get the gist of it. Goofy, stupid hand puppet attack scenes. You only if you need to see it, just see those clips and you've seen the movie. I mean, plus I described the movie. You're not missing a whole lot. There's really nothing to else to the movie. So it's goofy and silly and stupid. So it was kind of fun to watch, and I like cats. I love cats. So the idea of a killer cat movie is still funny. It's better than Catnado. I'll say that. It's better than Catnado. If that means jack shit. It's better than Catnado. Is it better than Strays? I mean, Strays is more competently made, but this has more of the B-movie charm, so I guess I would put this above it. Just the goofy, silly effects. It's got some blood in it, too. It's got a little bit of gore with the bites and the pulsing veins and bladder effects, so Strays didn't have anything. It's about dry as a nun's twat. So I'll put this above Strays. Is this the best killer cat movie? I guess I've seen so far. I mean, there's not a whole lot of choices, thankfully. But yeah, it's better than Catnado. It's better than Strays. The X-Files episode where you think it's like a jaguar or something, but it was a bunch of cats. Tiso dos Bichos or something. I mean, they both suck, and I love the X-Files, but that was one of the worst one of the lesser episodes. Worse episodes. I mean, at least I had Mulder and Scully, so they had characters I liked. I might put that above it because it's only like 40-some minutes long, and I like Mulder and Scully. Even in the worst episodes, I still like Mulder and Scully. Because I'm a big X-Files fan, but it should have been a mutant cat. A cat that had a mutant cat come out. That should have been in X-Files. That would have made that episode better. There you go. If those cats were like this cat, better episode. There you go. Should have been that. But yeah, if you like cats and you want to laugh, sure. I mean, I'm sure you can find it somewhere to watch. But it's not good. But I'm glad I saw it at least once. Off the checklist. Thanks once again to Nate. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.